Hi, good afternoon. My name is Scott Forcino. I'm an associate broker with eXp Realty and the PlugIntro founder. I found that people have the two biggest problems are they don't have enough people to speak to, and they don't have enough value as a means of distinguishing themselves from their competition. So we created PlugIntro to solve those two problems. I have with me today Craig Falk. They have a home inspection company. I want to hear all about it and the areas you serve and the way you work with your referral partners and your clients. Good afternoon, Craig. Thanks for coming.
Good afternoon, Scott. How are you today?
Great. So am I right in saying this is a home inspection company?
We are the premier home inspection company in Southeast Florida.
Wow, that's impressive. So you don't have winter, but we have winter, and I'm jealous.
Some guys have all the luck.
So tell me, all we hear about is the crazy Florida market. How do you even get to the house before when the offer is accepted? Tell me the process, because I don't know it.
Well, unfortunately, there isn't one stable process because how I refer to it down here is it's the wild, wild west. I'll give you an example. I had a realtor call me yesterday. She was on her way to present an offer on a home that already had 35 offers. 35. I said, you're wasting the gas money just driving there to present the offer. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. That is one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is the amount of listings that are available in the market today. Unfortunately, there aren't as many listings as there have been in the past recent years because of the tremendous amount of buying up that people have been doing. And it's not so much where the people that are financing are winning these bids. It's the cash buyers that are winning the bids. And obviously, as you know, the old saying, cash is king. And that's definitely evident here in the real estate market in Florida.
So when someone gets their offer accepted, tell me about the due diligence period in your services for that client.
When someone gets the offer accepted, the most important part of the transaction, other than the financing, is the inspection. Because an inspection is to determine the investment that the buyer is making is a solid investment. There are no issues to speak of that might cause problems or issues that cost a lot of money down the line. And when I say down the line, I don't mean 20 years down the line. I mean within 5 years. So the inspection is very, very important. The average time that people are given to do inspections these days are 3 to 5 days. And that means that the inspection needs to be done, written up, and back into the buyer's hands within that time frame. Fortunately, all of our reports are done in the same day. So what we do and how we run our business is we do inspections twice a day. We do them at 9 a.m. and we do them at 1 p.m. The reason for that is we want to start first thing in the morning, and each inspection could take anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours. It gives our inspectors enough time to complete a thorough inspection of the home, write up the report, and send the report out to the buyer so they have it before maybe they even get back from the inspection itself, if they even attend the inspection. And then our 1 o'clock inspections, again, same scenario. They 2.5 hours, and then the inspectors are off to their home offices writing up those reports as well. By the end of the day, if we've done, let's say, 20 inspections for the day, everybody will have their reports, and we're on for we're on to the next day and to the next challenge.
That's not true around here. That is really impressive, because that's something that would really hold up a deal.
Well, and I will say this. Another way that we do help the realtors is, let's say realtor A wants to put an offer in, and there aren't 35 offers, but there might be 5. Sometimes having a short window for an inspection period will win out on the offer, because the buyer or the seller doesn't want to wait for the buyer to do an inspection in 7 days.
No way.
There's too much room for error in that time period. So what we do is, we keep our schedules a little liquid. We're a little fluid so that we do have the ability to change things up, push people in where they need to be pushed in. And again, on the average, we're running about, I would say, 3 to 4 days.
That's impressive, because when an offer is accepted, all the other buyers run away and they're, on to the next thing.
Well, they run away, but they don't run far. And I'll give you an example. What I started doing is I started doing open houses. So I go to an open house that a realtor is running. And while there, I'm answering people's questions and introducing myself, handing out cards, brochures, what have you. I started doing this about a month ago. I did one open house. I've gotten 4 inspections from one open house.
I think that's a great idea. I've never heard of that idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah, obviously, one person bought that house and we did the inspection on that. But there were 3 other families that I met that we're doing the inspections on homes that they bought as well.
So but I think that effort of yours with regard to meeting those people is an excellent idea.
Well, and like I said, unfortunately, like we were discussing, sometimes it's very difficult to keep people on the line with consistent business. So we have to look for every way possible that we can drum up business and bring in new clients. But the beautiful thing is that if I or we ingratiate ourselves to a family and they're working with a realtor that we might not know, but they want to use us, well, that enables me then to meet that realtor as well. So any way that I can meet more and more realtors is really the goal here.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to have you aboard because I know of your firm and I know how high degree of professionalism there is. PlugIntro was formed to create professional relations. Your example of meeting those direct consumers at the open house was fantastic. However, you can't rely on those individuals as a career, where you can, with the right connections, with the right referral partners, rely on those people and they can rely on you. So the opportunity we created here was to feature individuals in the real estate business like yourself and give everyone like yourself a chance to promote themselves. But when you promote yourselves and demonstrate your expertise to the agents, they realize that they can have one of these video interview series within their own local business development platform, and they will be thankful to you. So this is, as you said, you met the realtor through those consumers. That's the power of loose connections. That morning over breakfast, you had no idea you'd meet those people or the realtor that was working with them. That's the power of loose connections, bringing you new contacts. And with PlugIntro, now when you allow those new contacts to promote themselves, some, not all, may feel the need to reciprocate and appreciate your generosity. It's really important, I think, to give without asking and not keep score. So, I mean, this is a great opportunity for an inspection company to distinguish themselves from the competition that does not offer agents a way to promote their business.
And to add to that, Scott, another way that when the pandemic started, the old school way of walking into offices and introducing ourselves and so forth was over. Right. So what I did was I went to Facebook and just started posting away, and it was amazing the reception that we received. It increased our business drastically, but more important, it increased the exposure of our brand. This is not about just being a home inspection company. This is about becoming a brand. If we wanted to branch off and open other avenues of means of ways to assist in the real estate industry down here in Florida, we are developing a brand. Let's say we want to buy a termite WDO company. We can use our brand name on that. So it's not just about bringing in new realtors, but it's about building a brand. Also, what I did was, it's important at the inspection themselves, our inspectors are busy doing their work, doing what they do and getting the inspection done in a timely and very professional manner. But I will show up at some inspections just to meet the listing agent. The buying agent I know already because they're the ones that called in the inspection or their client did. But the listing agent I might not know. And I have picked up a tremendous amount of realtors just meeting them at inspections.
I think that's fantastic. And I found you through a post. I was very impressed. However, I am critical of posts because posts are one-sided. It's all about you. It's going to die at midnight, and it didn't really give anything for that other person. It's you broadcast your message, and they got to know some more about you and your brand.
Let me tell you about what the kind of post I'm doing. I don't mean to cut you off. Let's say Scott puts up, and Scott sold a $2 million beautiful house in East Boca. And your message was just closed and your picture of the house and so forth and so on. My post is a congratulatory post on our stationery, just promoting you and promoting our business together.
Of course. And I've been participating in that for many years. Before the pandemic, I was just doing that. And I realized as good as your post congratulating someone and featuring them and shining the spotlight on them, the bad news is at midnight, it's over. So you benefited a single person. I mean, I have, all the answers. So in this case, with a PlugIntro platform, you're not posting about one person. You're offering hundreds and hundreds of people a chance to promote themselves in perpetuity. So there's such a greater reach. And yes, that post may have been appreciated by that individual realtor, but it might not have done any good for me. So we're having a point now where realtors and their clients want to know, A, how you do inspections. We want to hear a little bit about that. What's the process for those that are not 100% aware in the 2.5 hours? What do you look for? And also B, how can we team up? Because it is a team, the lender, the inspector, the realtor, the title company, it's a team. And ideally it would be 5-on-5, but we're not competing, we're cooperating, we're collaborating. And you come in with the blood test of the house. If it's high cholesterol, a doctor can't lie. It is what it is. So, I mean, even though I've observed them, some of my clients are ignorant, to tell a buyer, what are you looking for and how are you looking for it inside a house?
What we're looking for as far as an inspection goes is obviously the health of the house and the safety of the house. Both are just as important. And the best way to describe it is when I speak to someone on the phone, don't forget there's a lot of people that are buying from out of town these days, that are buying either online visually, or have never even seen the home. So while I'm speaking to them or while we speak to them to go over or through the report, we'll start at the roof and work our way down so they can visually walk through the house with us. And we'll say, well, we droned the roof or we walked the roof. We found a few cracked tiles up there because that's very common in Florida. From there, we went into the attic. So in their mind, visually, they're walking through the inspection with us. And it helps tremendously because there's an organization part to that. The organization part is not just saying, well, we found this in the living room, we found that in the den, we found this in the backyard. We're walking them through the house so that they, in their mind, are seeing things that they might not have realized or even known were even there. All of our inspectors are not only licensed and insured, but they go through a 60-day training with our company so that they do things our way. We don't, it's important to everybody be uniform so that, because we do have 10 inspectors and we do try to keep the same inspector with the same realtor because they prefer working together. But there might be times where that inspector might be out or he might be busy with something else and we have to send someone else in. We don't want to send someone else in that does it a completely different way. We like to keep it uniform.
Sure, the uniformity creates an expectation and a standard, and they can rely on that and be comfortable. Sure,
exactly, and it works. And look, we're not reinventing the wheel here, and I don't claim to say that we do, but what we are doing is we're creating our own wheel, and doing so. By creating our own wheel, we'll be the only ones to know how we do what we do. And with that will set us aside from other people.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, I understand that. And I hear that I say that myself with services. The dangerous part about doing a good job is that's maybe all some people do. And then if you're facing other people that do a great job, there has to be a way to impact them more positively, such as this platform. Now you have a way to let us know more about your company and the people that you serve, and a way that this information can be shared. Facebook posts are routinely not shared, and it goes away. People aren't going to search your wall for that post. In this case, you have a community. I was reading recently that Web 3.0 is now two things based on trust and community. If you're in a platform such as yours, this is yours, it's only because you're invited, it's private, you're special, you were complimented, you were thought enough of so that Craig would put you with the locals and the realtors that he wants to work with. So if you're in the trades or the professions or in the retail industry, it's because you really matter. You are important, and you're someone that should be taken seriously. And that's a great compliment. I mean, if you invite me to a backyard barbecue, that's a restaurant I could walk in. I can't walk into your backyard barbecue. So this is our online barbecue with professional service providers. And really, I find that the world we're living in now, with people having a short attention span, and social media is really, in a way, waning. I mean, it's, Reels and TikTok and Instagram stories are, I'm a little bit older, 55 years old, but this long form narrative is on its way out. And, if you think about it, all the money and all the technology is going away from relationships. Mortgages are online, realtors are online. Your industry is far less online. So it's really important for us to develop these relations of trust and have people realize that the consumers realize that someone's looking out for them.
I walk into network meetings now, or not network meetings, but industry meetings or real estate offices or what have you. And people see me and they go, "Oh, it's Mr. Facebook." And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I'm cool with that, because you know what? I'd rather be called Mr. Facebook than called nothing at all.
Sure. Plus, everyone's got to sleep, and you can't go in that office every day. So you need a way to contact with them. You need a way to be recognized. But after I made PlugIntro, I realized that people talk about top of mind awareness. That's not enough, because top of mind awareness comes up when you're at a cocktail party and someone says, "I need a home inspector." Oh, I know a great guy. In a PlugIntro platform, when you're basically all locals working for each other, you're in constant contact. You don't need to wait for a cocktail hour. This is what you do. You're on Facebook. Right. You're using your digital platform on a daily basis. So, and also, last thing I want to tell you about the benefit to your invited members is this is not a stretch. If you don't have a phone and you don't have Facebook, this can't work. You're not asking anyone to do anything different. They already have their iPhone or their Android. They already have a place on Facebook. So let's carve out a little place that Craig fortunately invested in and offers to his contacts and his agent referral partners. And let's just do some of it here. If you want to put cats and kittens and sunsets, that makes sense for Facebook. But if you want to really professionally demonstrate your competency and your core capabilities, do it in a professional setting such as this. And it's hosted by you.
Right. And I think that's a great idea, and it's a great thought process, great philosophy.
And you know what? It's fun too. You're making a video. It lasts forever. It's contained in something that's beneficial to all. And there's so much to each of our industries or professions. I mean, I went for a root canal, and I got to tell you, it was a breeze. And I said to the doctor, "Why does everyone act like it's so bad?" He goes, "I don't know. It's like TV and movies. A root canal." He goes, "It's 45 minutes. It's more than a normal doctor visit, but it's no big deal." And I said, "Man, I was misled all these years. I was going for a root canal." He goes, "It's one of the easier things we do." Now, did you know that? I didn't know that. So there's so much inside information that we all can learn, whether it's how your business works or chiropractic. And the point to the dental story is, I think that dentist would gain if he or she had a chance to just give that information on a video and have that spread around, than telling me one time in a chair, which I might not ever repeat it again. But now we live in a world where
And not
this
only that,
opportunity,
but you might be under gas or something like that, and
right,
you don't remember anything.
right, or what if I didn't like his bill? I thought he was too high. The bill was too high, but so you can't rely on. My point is, you can't rely on an individual experience. The Web 3.0, the trust in the community. If someone's here, they're trusted. Someone's only going to be in your platform, Craig, if you know them or someone you know knows them. So that's the trust, and the community is we're doing this together with respect and looking out for each other's gain. Because I tell you what, in my group of Westchester County, New York, and you're from New York, so you have an idea where I am, there are 500-600 people that know about this organization. And we are, I mean, I needed all the trades for my home repair, even silly stuff. I needed someone to help me. Someone needed a financial planner. It was just done in 2 minutes, so it's powerful.
Where in Westchester are you?
I'm in New Rochelle.
Okay.
Yep, the Queen City of the Sound, as we say. But so keep in mind, for anyone who sees the video, Craig is inviting you so you see what he can offer, and so that you can claim one of these video interview series of your own. We have a staff that administers it. It is free. We're happy to be able to have it sponsored by the organization, and we promise you more local exposure based on your invitation of others and introductions and growing the group and becoming more and more local famous. And so, Craig, tell me how to reach you, and we'll schedule our next video and our next meeting probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks. How do we reach you?
Well, you can reach me by phone at 516-840-8442. Even though I live in Florida, I still have my New York number.
Of course, 516 Nassau.
You can reach me by email at Craig, CRAIG, at Waypoint, WAYPOINT, East, EAST.com. You can reach me in the office, where our phone number is 561-676-0546. I think I pretty much got every means.
Okay, or friend Craig on Facebook. Let's add his social media contacts. We'll be ready for the next meeting and the next video we put together, and we're open to inviting others to create their own interview series as well.